Hello, fellow traders. It's Nutty Bar. It is one of those days. We need to do a recap. We only do recaps when there's a significant event. Today was one of those days. Unfortunately, it was kind of a weird day. Man, I was an absolute idiot. There was also some issues. Gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it anyway. Let's just go in. First of all, let's go over the good first. Let's go over the good part first. Good part, my funded futures. I literally just requested a payout on these two accounts. I suspect I'll be approved on my payout before this video is even over. I passed one more 50K on, I passed this on the NVIDIA news. So pretty happy about that. We'll have 3 my funded futures now. But okay, now let's go back to this morning's session. Honestly, this morning's price action was just really bad. It was really bad, and I also traded totally not how you trade a choppy market. If you want to trade a choppy market, you cannot chase um you cannot chase breakouts. You just can't do it. And I did. I did, and I paid the punishment for it. I chased right here, got stopped out, and then what made it even worse is you get stopped out at the bottom of the range, and I had a couple of very frustrating stop outs. I got stopped out here, and then I got stopped out here, and I ended up getting actually all of my profit back. I had a really nice trade right here and a really nice trade right here. But then, yeah, I actually got back to green on this big drop. I was actually short. I was short right here. I basically was shorting. I took my profit right here at the opening range low, and then I was shorting at the opening range low. And yeah, I this big drop and it basically got me back, and I had all 3 accounts at $250 in profit. Like, I'm not even joking. All 3 accounts at 250 in profit, and I thought, "Let's go. Great day." And oh, my OCD got me again. This one account, this account right here, we were off by about $150 from my other account balances. And I thought, "Okay, I'm just gonna go and I'm only gonna trade that account. I'm just gonna try to get another $150, and then I will be at the same, I'll be at the same dollar amount as the other accounts. Everything will be fine. Nothing can go wrong." And let me just tell you, I mean, if everything went wrong that could possibly go wrong, um, the first thing that went wrong, after I took my profit right here, I can't show that account because it's gone, but this I go short, somewhere down here. I thought we'd see a continuation down lower. So I short here. I DCA a couple times. I finally take my loss. And then I short here again at the opening range high or low. I short here again. We keep going higher. I finally get stopped out up here at the 500, above the 500s. I mean, you can't make this. I literally played that. It's so bad. And then somewhere here, so this is where I was a little confused because so a couple days ago, actually it was last week when I wanted to give myself a little bit more wiggle room on my daily loss limit with Quant Guard on these 3 accounts that I'm trying to bring back to the same balance as my other accounts. So I went into Quant Guard and I was messing with my daily loss limit, and I changed it to a $650 daily loss limit. So I was doing that, and somehow, yeah, I end up anyway. So I was messing around with that the other day, but I thought everything was good. Now, somewhere here I went finally decided, okay, this really is just gonna go higher. And you guessed it. I literally buy the top. Then we start going lower. Somewhere right here, I was at my $650 daily loss limit, and I thought I had kind of given up at that point, and I thought, well, I'm gonna take my daily loss limit. I was pretty upset. I was pretty frustrated at that point. I was in pretty much tilt mode by that point. And I thought, well, I'm gonna get stopped out and we're gonna be done for the day. But I didn't get stopped out. And I just kind of let it go. I mean, I should have just gotten out. I mean, of course, in hindsight, I should have just gotten out, but it didn't take me out. And I started to be very confused. All of a sudden, I was down 800. Then I was down 1,000. And I mean, this just kept selling off. And finally, I don't remember even what I traded after that. I know every single trade I took was the wrong trade, but long story short, I finally then went way too big of size here on the Nvidia news. I tried to get some I went in short right here at Nvidia news, and I didn't take my profit because I wasn't as much as I wanted. And then I literally yeah, I was up like $600 right here, which would have brought me back to break even, and I was too stubborn to take my profit. End up going all the way back up, and long story short, you can see I lost the account. I just basically went completely off the rails. So now I went back to QuantGuard, little bit I'm a little bit confused on what happened. And anyway, I went back in as soon as I could. And yeah, it was my fault. I forgot to turn on the daily loss limit on those 3 accounts. I literally forgot to turn it on. When I was messing with it, I forgot to turn it on, and when you have your lock settings turned on, you can't see what your settings are, and I didn't know. I'm gonna reach out and see if there's not a way, even if you have your settings locked, to make sure that you can still see what your settings are at. Because I mean, at that point, I was probably going to blow the account anyway. But if I had known earlier that I hadn't turned that daily loss limit on, I probably would have done it a little bit differently. Because kind of when things started to go sideways was somewhere right in here where I was at that $650 daily loss limit, and I was just kind of waiting for it to take me out and lock me out for the day. And I just kind of waited and I waited and I waited. And all of a sudden I was down 800, and then I was down 1,000. And it just, I don't know. It was my own fault. I take full responsibility, trust me. But I probably would have handled it differently had I known that I forgot to turn on the daily loss limit. But I had no way of actually seeing. If you lock your settings in QuantGuard, you can't actually see what your settings are actually at when that happens. Or maybe you can, and I just don't know how. But hopefully, I'm going to see if we can't get that fixed or adjusted or something updated for that. But anyway, long story short, we messed up. We messed up big. Now, thankfully, it only affected one account. I thankfully, all because of my OCD. I wonder, I should start keeping track how many accounts I've lost because of my OCD with having my balances at the same amount. Um, Probably a frightening amount. So anyway, yeah, full transparency. I wanted to share what happened. Again, my fault. I definitely turned into a degenerate kind of. It definitely put me on tilt. This move higher and then this move lower. It was very wicked. And yeah, all of a sudden, I had a chance. I had a chance at one point where I was literally back to break even, and I just wasn't happy with it. It wasn't good enough, and yeah, I pay the price. So now, on a good note, we did have a decent day on my Tradefy Live account. It's a struggle. My Tradefy Live accounts have been a struggle, and hopefully we can Yeah, I just hopefully we can somehow bring those back above that $9,000 initial balance and that we can get things going. But let me check my I'm gonna check right now if my funded future is already approved payout. Yes, it is. Payout approved already. Let's go. That's awesome to see. All right, anyway, that's all we got today. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep over this. But we did. Thankfully, these accounts, we are kind of back in the groove. We need about 250 more dollars on these 3 accounts now. And then we are going to be trading these accounts at the same time. And at least I think we are. I have not been trading the best. The price action has not been great. So we might reevaluate that. Lately, price action has been pretty brutal in the last couple of weeks has not been great. So might not be a good time to start trading all my accounts at the same time. So we might reevaluate that, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll be back live. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning. I hope you guys had a green day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care and God bless.